In life, there are three things you should never ask a person just because the topics are devise enough to start an argument: politics, religion, and anything relating to Ivy and Disventure Camp Season 4. If you have been keeping up with the discourse surrounding Disventure Camp Season 4, especially in the past couple days, as Episode 6 just released, you have probably seen something negative said about Ivy, who has become one of the more hated and devised characters in Disventure Camp Season 4. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over this and going over why, in my opinion, this hate is overblown. And while she does have some flaws and stuff that should be criticized, she isn't that bad.
Anyways, let's get on to the video.
So first of, is Ivy overrated? In my opinion, yes, and in my opinion, she's one of the better characters of Season 4. However, you have to admit some of the criticism and hate she gets, while is overblown, does have some basis. Now, even though this video is sort of meant to come after Episode 6, we need to go back to Episode 5, as this is around where Ivy started getting hate. People weren't a fan of she was acting to Benji here, which, yes, Ivy was being an asshole to Benji here, even if it wasn't intentional. However, the hate for this is a bit overblown. Don't get me wrong, Ivy was being a bit of a dick here, and definitely deserved to be called out for it. That part's fine, but some people were going out of their way to call her the next Rhea for this, which is definitely not reasonable at all, for obvious reasons. And two, everybody else on the red team was also acting sort of condescending and rude to Baney, including Hannah, his only ally. So if you're going to jump Ivy for what she said, why? You have to do the same for Hannah and many others on the red team. Now, at first, I was going to make this section longer. I think this topic has already been covered enough, and if I kept going on, I would be repeating myself, which would not be enjoyable to watch. So let's just get into Episode 6, which, oh boy, do I have a lot to talk about. After Episode 6, Ivy has been pretty devised due to this scene.
Alright, time for your scores. And with 24 points, the red team
Wait. That's it?
What? Do you want a parade?
Taking the princess role seriously, huh?
Oh, I just mean, that was show-stopping, spectacular, and it's only worth an 8?
You're right. Silly us.
Let's fix that score real quick.
Oh, okay. Whew. I just wanted to make sure that...
7!
What?
Well, actually, it would have been nicer if you let the others sing too.
Yeah, we barely heard Spencer and Zane sing.
Then that's 22 points, which means blue team wins by 1 point.
Now this scene is very controversial and is the main spark for all the hate against Ivy, which in my opinion, while it does have some basis and merit, it is being blown out of proportion. Now, my take on this scene. Yes, what Ivy did here was dumb, and I would go out of my right to say what she did here was pretty fucking stupid. However, I feel like people are overblowing it to make Ivy seem worse than she really is, and not taking Ivy's point of view in it. Ivy is somebody who's been an actress for years, seeking to do the best and to entertain people and do the best she can. And this is reinforced in the scene with Zayd after the challenge, which adds context to why Ivy acted the way she did. I think what best summarizes the point in trying to say here is this comment Alexa Disventure. Camp Made, by the way, go check out their stuff. They make pretty good videos. Left this comment under one of my community posts, which while I'm not going to read all of it, I will be highlighting TH part as it hits hard with the point here. She feels this need to be perfect given her acting family background. She wants to become a kind-hearted actress. Deep down she could be, but she's covered in what she thinks she is, social butterfly. Perfect judge of character, so she makes rude comments. The game is also taking a toll on her, causing her to slowly go down a darker path. THIS definitely summarizes the point I feel here, as this is supposed to be a character flaw, which will most likely explored later. Also, this flaw makes Ivy a lot more interesting and better written, as it keeps her interesting if Ivy was just some joke energetic nice character. Like how most people expected her at the start of the season, she would be pretty boring. Her have these flaws and mean moments, it makes her a lot better written and more complex than she would have been. And while criticizing Ivy for these flaws is fine, as I personally have going out your way to say that Ivy's a bad and horrible character for it, it is very overblown. Also, character flaws are needed for characters to be less boring. Some of the best characters in the series, like Gabby, Ellie, Rhea, at least in Season 2. James and others have flaws, and if they didn't have these flaws, they would be a lot less interesting. And this even applies to other characters that aren't that good. As if no character had flaws, a lot of Disventure Camp cast would feel like Mary Sue's, and not that realistic and more human. Overall, I'm almost entering the repeating myself territory, so I'm going to end this section here. Yes, what Ivy did in episode 6 was wrong, and the criticism for the action she took is deserved. However, the extreme hate for it is definitely overblown and fails to take into account the point of the scene and how this is supposed to push her forward and give her better and more realistic characterization. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'm going to try and do more character analysis like this, more as the season goes on. Anyways, that's all from Peace Out. Take care. Bye-bye.